Yo, Rise and Grind Morning Show, MuthaKnows, Mikey Dredd, Roxy Romeo, and Diamond Kuts in the building. We have a friend to the show, to Philly, and she'll be at Peace on the Street.
Yep.
Give it up for Bri Steves in the
What's
building.
up?
You know it.
Woo. Hey.
What up, Bri? How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Always great.
Good. It's good to have you.
You really always have a smile on your face.
I guess this is your first time interviewing with me, actually.
Yes.
Roxy, you said you saw her in BT Awards, right?
Did I see?
It was at iHeart
I
first.
saw her at the Summit in New York.
Okay.
And then I saw her for the dinner at BT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you and Cap had a conversation on whether her dreads were real or not.
What?
Because at dinner, I was sitting next to Cap and I was like, those aren't real, right? She was like, no, I think they're real. And then Doc B chimed in. He's like, no, I think they're real. I was like, I don't think they're real.
Well,
the beans, Bri.
We're going to clear the air. So they are not real. They are actually yarn. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you and Diamond Kuts, you guys go back like,
Yeah, we go back.
you know, Cadillac seats.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
this kind of weird sitting here about to ask us some questions. It's kind of in a weird situation right now.
Diamond been around from the beginning.
Yeah. Diamond been around for a long time. So for Bri, for the people that are just now getting to know who you are, tell them about your journey.
Well, you know, humble beginnings, like, I've been writing for years. Like, I went to Temple University for a while, started recording in my room, engineering, producing, songwriting, and, you know, look up a couple months later, putting in that work in and signed with Atlantic Records, you know, met with my amazing team, Star Island in the building, and now I'm here, and it's just finally happening.
Is it moving so fast for you? Is it?
You know what? It's gradual and it's organic, and it is kind of a different space than what I was in last year, and I'm really grateful for that. So it's kind of like a whirlwind. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but, you know, still happy.
So based on this, it sounds like you got into music while you were in college?
Well, no, I got into music before. Like, I grew up with music. Like, my mom's background, I was raised with, like, oldies, rap stuff in the house.
You caught it. I see you out here.
I try. So, you know, my background in music has always been like an ongoing love.
But have you been actually recording, performing prior to college, or you kind of got into that at that point?
You know what? All right, I really did get my start in college. So in terms of like the recording and seriously performing, that transition happened for me in college when I was at Temple.
What was it that happened that put you on a speed track to get to where you are? Because there are people that have been doing this for years and years and years, and they're not even halfway to the point that you're at right now.
You know what? Like, I don't even think there's like an isolated thing that made it happen. I think it's a series of things that made it happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, like the first step was making the choice to not get a traditional job and not go get an internship that I was offered maybe like my junior year of college. And I chose to intern at a studio, you know what I mean, and go through every night and go buy my own equipment and spend that time in. It was getting put on the Star Island showcase that happens, and that's why I got with my team that I have now.
But you know,
what I mean?
some people forget the journey that you have been through, because some people see just Atlantic Records, the Jealousy record. Oh, where did she come from? But you've been grinding way before that. You know what I mean? So talk a little bit about that too. When you did the video, what was it? Summertime. Yeah, the Summer's Mine.
Yeah.
Talk. That was years ago. Like, talk about the process.
You know what? It's been a process trying to figure out my musical sound, my journey. So Summer's Mine was actually one of the first videos that I shot, paid homage to, you know, Will Smith, DJ Jazzy Jeff. We recreated their video, and that was the first time being able to put something out and having it picked up by, like, you know, Fader, Revolt, Hot New Hip Hop, and Jazzy Jeff saw it, showed me a lot of love for it. But before that, I was doing like shows locally. You know, I was always recording, still putting that time in. But yeah, Diamond's right. I do have like beginnings of trying to figure it out and what is my sound. So like my sound now, especially when you're going to hear new stuff dropping, it's a little bit different than what Summer's Mine is. But, you know, every artist has to start somewhere and every artist has to figure it out. That makes any sense.
Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you right now? You mentioned DJ Jazzy Jeff. There are a lot of great artists that come out of Philly. Will Smith, Jill Scott, The Roots. they're just artists upon artists that come out of Philly, and you're like the next big thing that everybody's talking about. So
It's
do you
true.
feel
Well,
like
that's great.
do you feel like it's a lot of pressure for you to perform?
Yes and no. I feel like yes, I feel the pressure because I'm in Philly. Like, I'm coming from Philly. There's a bar that is set here. You know what I mean? Not from just Eve, but you got Meek, you got Jill, you got everybody else that comes from this city, and you have to be amazing if you're going to represent the city. So I do feel that pressure, but at the same time, I believe in myself.
Right.
So I know that I have something unique to bring to the table, and I've been putting in a lot of work to get to this point. So I'm really happy to have the opportunity to show that to other people and really put on like, yo, you can put your faith in me and it's all right. Like,
Right.
we gonna be all right. We gonna be straight.
Right. Do you feel like, coming out of Philly, a lot of people say that it's a crab in a barrel mentality. and sometimes there's a lot of hate here. Have you felt that yet?
No. Like I think what I focus on mostly is, everybody has a unique talent from the city. Like, I don't see hate because I don't feel no hate in my heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I support everybody, and I think that all we need to do is kind of band together and can't cuss on here, but we need to heavily mess with each other. You know, and I'm a big fan of a lot of people from the city. Shout out to Wack. She just dropped Wack World too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prayers for my boy Nizzy.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of people in the city that are putting in that time and actually are grinding on their own, and we don't have to compete with each other. We all can love each other and support each other. And
I say that all because, like, I forget, Kuts or Roxy said earlier, your journey has been pretty fast. All of a sudden, everything's like Bri. And there have been artists, and Diamond knows, there have been artists in this city that have been trying to get on since forever. 10, 15, since I was Hot Boys, since and they're still not on. So there have been artists that have been trying to get on for a long time, and here comes Bri, and you popping like that, and everybody's talking about you.
Man.
You're getting played on the radio.
That's the team.
You know what I mean? You piece on the street.
It ain't just me.
You pick the right people.
What made you decide to go with Atlantic?
You know what? It was just the right fit at the time. I had some other offers on the table at the time.
A lot of other offers.
Man, you see, when I try to just play it down, nobody lets me.
Other offers.
I did have some other people that were interested.
Girl, talk about it. Talk about it.
Listen,
I met with,
TDE.
oh man, y'all did your homework.
And I'm glad you said that. That was one of my questions. So why pick Atlantic and not TDE? Because did you meet with Kendrick before the Atlantic situation happened?
Yes, I did.
So why Atlantic? Why not Kendrick?
You know what? It was just a good fit. Like, there's nothing that was negative about TDE. Like, anybody knows that talks to me knows I love Kendrick. So it's just the fit of the building was right with Atlantic. Like, the relationships that we have with like Craig, Julie, Kaiser. We just kind of went through. My team worked really well and gelled well. It just made sense. You know what I mean? Like, you just know when you feel it and it's just right. Like,
it's a feeling.
It's not just about what you want. It's like, what do I need? What do I need to be able to grow and really see the vision through? And it just felt right at Atlantic.
Right.
Now, we've been in the studio. I've heard a lot of songs, right? A lot. Some of them ain't come out. A lot of them ain't come out. So if somebody just heard Jealousy and they wanted to hear more or know what style you were going to, go with, how would you describe your style to people who've only heard one song? What can they expect from you?
I would tell them, not only to listen to Jealousy, but go back and listen to the freestyles. I would want them to go listen to, I think I still got it up, Kanye, you know what I mean, that I have up on my SoundCloud. Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't just do singing, you know what I mean? Like, that was a great start. It's a great record. I can showcase a little bit of the rapping on it, but like, I really like to rap. Like, I get busy on that end. So it's like, I want people to understand that it's a little bit of a different, unique sound, and I'm going to touch all things. I just dropped something with XXL, Patience, about my dad. So, you're not... I
saw that.
Yeah, so that was actually really hard for me to drop.
It was deep.
Yeah, it's like people should expect, to kind of be taken off. It's not just jealousy. You're going to have those type of records that are, yo, this is amazing. This has a really great melody on it. This is good for radio. But you're also going to have the stuff that shows a vulnerable side, shows that, yo, I'm a girl. I've been hurt by guys. I've been through some stuff. And I also like to rap. I also like to talk heavy. You know what I mean? So you're going to get a lot of different things from me in the future.
And I'm glad you said that. So jealousy is a true story.
It is, actually. Funny story.
Yeah.
You
from Philly?
Huh?
Yeah, talk about it.
Okay.
He's like,
So I actually, I wrote that song when I was staying at the Sofitel in L.A. The night before I was in with Berg. We was at Glenwood, and he played the track for me itself, and it had like the chorus already on there. And we played me a bunch of songs. I was like, yo, stop that one. Let me take that home real quick. Right. So the next day, I'm in the shower. It's going to get a little graphic. I'm in the shower, you know, and I was going through some stuff at the time with my little boyfriend. And he was just kind of worried about, like, all his other friends would call, like, yo, she talk real crazy on Twitter. I don't know if anybody ever seen my Twitter, but you know.
Yeah, I be seeing it.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, you know, I got some things to say. It ain't always
That's what
nice.
it's for.
But it's entertainment, you know. So his friends will call him like, look at what she says. Like, yo, she can't be loyal to you. Like, look at her Instagram. Why don't she never post you? Like, she must be hiding something. So at that time, it was like, man, to stop listening to what everybody's saying. Like, you know what goes on between me and you. And that song just came out like 15 minutes in the shower. I probably got water damage that day. And yeah, and I just went and recorded it maybe like an hour later, like that. But the whole
when
thing.
he heard it, was he in his feelings?
Did you tell him it was about him?
I did. You know, I played it for him afterwards, and he was like, "Wow, so you just gonna make some money off of me? Like, where my cut?"
You shouldn't have told him that.
In the joking way, but it's all right though. He ain't around no more. So
that was gonna be my next question.
He'll come back.
Okay.
He gonna come back.
They always do.
No, we are in the industry. When I say we, all of us in this room, and especially the ladies in this room, and Mother, he's not here right now. He's out of the room.
The shade.
He's gonna kill you.
Diamond's in the industry where it's male dominated. Roxy's in the industry where it's male dominated. Right. You're in the industry where it's super male dominated. How hard is the struggle? I mean, because, you know, they say when you're a female and you're in the industry, sex has to sell.
I mean, me too.
But
that's like one of the biggest things being talked about right now.
Yeah,
right.
But hold up. But what's wrong with being sexy if you are a woman?
No, it's not. Nothing's wrong with being sexy. He's talking about the fact that a lot of women trying to get on in this industry,
right?
The men that are above them try to, you know, catapult them only if they give it up.
There you go.
Me Too movement.
There you go.
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna say this on the air. I ain't never had to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I fully believe in, if you put the work in and you become so skilled and talented, that will speak for itself. You know, look at people like Missy Elliott. It was undeniable talent. Yeah. And she could do everything. And it's like, if she could do it, I could do it. Anybody else can do it, and just put that time in it.
Have you ever been put in that situation or told, listen, in order to, get on?
Nah, I got my big brothers. They ain't never letting that happen.
Okay.
Talent is over everything, I feel like, these days. Like, with a lot of artists, it's all about the quality of the music and the product that you're putting out. That's how I feel, and that's how I look at things. If you got good music, they're going to love you regardless. We're in the industry now where the fans can see you first before people in the big offices. And if the fans love you, they're going to cut their check. They're going to make sure you move in the way you need to move.
Yeah.
I think it also it depends on how you feel about yourself. Because I think a lot of people a lot of women that tend to give in to that are insecure. I think. Don't kill me for saying that, but that's what I believe. If you're secure in who you are and your talent, and you know that you don't need to do that, then that's all that matters. And you won't give it up.
That was, that was a really big thing for me in the beginning when I wanted to be, take artistry serious, like my craft seriously. Like, I realized, like, okay, I can, I can hold a note, I can spit a little bit, but what else can I do? You know what I mean? Can I go into these studios and can I engineer? Can I write songs? Can I produce anything? And I just wanted to work on that. You know what I mean? To have more kind of tools underneath my belt. Like my mindset was like, yo, I got to become so good that they can't close any doors on me, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So it's just, you know, any artist, you know, especially women out there that are just listening right now, just like, you know, like, don't let that discourage you. Just like, yo, what can you do to sharpen yourself? It's always about, arsenal. It's never about like what you lack or I have to be in a situation. It's always about, yo, what can you do to better yourself?
And you do all of that too. You be recording yourself.
Yeah.
You like, I think when I came in the studio, I think you was recording yourself.
Yeah.
Like, where the engineer at? You was like, I like this. You went and laid your verse down.
Double
you put
check.
Yeah.
Getting 2 checks out here.
So it's all about mastering your craft too, I feel like. So like you said.
You coming up in Philly, who were some of your favorite hip hop artists that were from here? You know, I mean, there's a lot that came out of here. They don't actually have to be, you know, signed or on. Just like some of the artists that are here that were popping in the street when you were at TU, when you were at Temple.
I mean, when I was at Temple, I mean,
like, were you into Freeway? Were you into PD Crack?
I mean, but I love Freeway. That's my man's. Like, that's like you got Freeway, you got Meek. I mean, and I can't even deny I'm a millennial. I'm really into Uzi as well.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going to get a lot of different sounds that inspired me being from here. But personally, that's just about setting the bar.
Right.
Like in terms of in the grand scheme, like I came up like in the household listening to Biggie. You know what I mean? Like that was my base was in Biggie. It was in Kanye West, it was in Pharrell, it was in Missy Elliott, it was in Eve, you know, Foxy. So it's like, and then you also got the other side, which is the R&B side. Like I'm really big on Mary J. Blige, really big on Faith. John B, what you hear in the track.
I wasn't expecting, you know, you to go back that far.
Yeah. I mean, that's all my mom played in the house, you know, so my base started from growing up and, you know, just with me and my mom, and that's all she played was just R&B records for me. Me getting into rap was kind of on my own, like, you know, YouTube, MySpace days.
Right. Yeah. Taking a step back to what we were talking about earlier. So do you feel like you have to be, as a female artist, super sexy to sell albums or to get that buzz or to get noticed? Because we were talking about it, but then we kind of moved off on it.
Right.
So do you feel as though that you have to be half naked?
I don't feel like I have to be anything. I mean, y'all see me, y'all know what I wear. Like I wear ball shorts all the time. So like you know, I can't say that, you know, I don't enjoy being a woman and I don't enjoy, you know, being sexy sometimes. Like I like showing, you know, a little skin. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yo, like I'm most comfortable wearing sweats someday in a t-shirt. Like I don't feel like I have to change who I am naturally in order to sell music. I feel like, yo, this is who I am, and authenticity, especially these days, speak for itself. You know what I mean? So as long as I'm myself and I feel comfortable in my skin, people gonna love it either way. Or they won't. That's okay.
Exactly.
Either way.
So what's next? Where's the rest of the music at?
Yo, it's okay.
I gotta choke Donnie and Chase up real quick.
I've been asked that question. So the new music is coming. I mean, right now we definitely focused on, you know, like Jealousy only been out for what, like two months?
Yeah, you know we in the fast pace.
That's crazy. Like it's yo, like honestly, it's not even like the label situation. Like we're gonna get to that, but like this has all just been like people have been loving the song. Like it's past 250,000 on YouTube. You know what I mean? The streams definitely picked up. It's on like Channel X, Signed XOXO, like, and that's just off of people just loving the song in general. So right now it's like I'm just focused on
like
I want to let it breathe. Like yo, let's push it. Let's be smart. I don't want to give people too much, you know, but there definitely is music that's coming.
Yeah.
You already know how long I've been waiting to put out.
I wanted to ask that for the rest of the people that was listening.
Oh yeah,
they go to title and they just see Jealousy.
I'm giving y'all snippets. You know what I mean? Like I know Patience was just something that I've had for a while that I just wanted people to even though I did not want to put that out and they forced me to put it out.
What?
Because I don't like talking about my dad on the Patience record. Yeah, I don't like talking about my dad a lot. It's really, you know, hard for me to be in that vulnerable space. But, You know, they were just like, yo, people need to understand who you are,
Yep.
not just the
But I
shine,
think
not
that
just
was
what's.
something that really connected.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of like, you know, people that were giving me feedback from it that's like, yo, this really helped me a lot. And it was just kind of crazy. Like, oh man, my pain can help somebody else.
Right.
But it just being able to put that out, I want people to understand like, yo, there's more to me, behind me than just what's shiny. And then, you know, just the glitz and the glamour. Oh, I can, you know what I mean? It's behind the pretty stuff, there is a real person that has a real story. And I've been through situations. So you're going to hear a lot of that on my music coming out.
Right.
Speaking of the music, can you tell us if you've collabed with anybody?
Sure. Are these records paid for? I think these records paid
Is the check clear?
So, you know, I've worked, I have some joints with Ty Dolla, Jeremiah, I'm looking at Donnie. I'm trying to figure out how far. Oh yeah, Miguel. I mean that. Oh yeah, Miguel. Like Miguel.
I'm trying to make sure everything's straight.
We got Wiz. Rich the Kid.
You got so many. You forgot.
You know what? She asking the big balls if she can say. You can say this one.
Hold up. Because I'm looking to the side like, yo, can I say this? Am I going to get in trouble for putting this on the air? But
you got a big project coming.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working really, really hard on it. You know, we've kind of gotten together and trying to comb through a lot of the records and make sure it's perfect. Like, as you can see, I am a stickler with putting stuff out. It has to be perfect. Like Jealousy, I sat that record for, you know, a couple months, and it took a while to put that out. It's just like, yo, everything had to be right. I just didn't want to put it out and not have the video right and not have the mixing right.
So do you have a release date?
I knew y'all was going to get me for this one. I knew it. Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
These days, nobody has release dates. You wake up and be like, damn.
I know.
They dropped the album?
You have a release date, then it come out maybe a month later.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give y'all a date, and then
and then people expect it and
like, oh, she lied to us. I knew she was a liar.
So just be patient.
Nah,
patient. Is there anyone that you want to work with that you haven't?
Kendrick. I mean, I would love to work with Missy. I would love to work with Pharrell. That's a dream of mine. And Travis Scott actually is on my list as well. Yeah.
That'd be a crazy collab.
Yeah.
Well, it's going down Peace on the Street. You'll be at Festival Pier with us. Tickets are available for download at noon today.
Correct.
For the people that haven't seen you, that didn't see you at the Roots picnic, what should they expect from Bri on stage?
You should expect.
Is Kuts your DJ that night?
Huh?
Is Kuts going to be your DJ
at
Peace on the Streets?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's up
everybody
to
looking
Donnie.
Everybody looking at Diamond. Like, what she doing? She like, oh, y'all just gonna put me on the spot. We'll see.
You will see.
Okay.
See. They should expect like, yo, I bring energy. I love to talk to people, so I'm not really the type to just go on stage and not kind of engage with everybody there. So, you should expect an experience. Like, you'll expect to get to know me a little bit better.
And I think people love it because you're from here. So you've seen the violence in the city. You've seen the ups. You've seen the downs. So hearing it from you on stage, I think people will appreciate it more and they will understand it more. So I'm glad you're a talker on stage.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. When I saw her in New York, I was like, I didn't know it was like this. She was all up in the crowd, in everyone's face.
I know every song. When I DJ for people, I'm used to just throwing records on back to back. She's like, no, I want to talk into this. I don't want to talk into that. And so I'm like, damn, girl.
Well, I mean, I just want like when I go out and I perform, I really get a lot of enjoyment off of telling people my story. And I get a lot of enjoyment off of like really talking to people one-on-one. Like if I can, we'll see how the setup is. But if I can, I like getting off the stage. I don't like staying on.
Yeah.
I like to get in people's faces.
Yeah.
Roxy, you seen it.
I know.
You seen it. Diamond, you already know.
I know. My phone
I don't know how you gonna jump off the stage on Festival Pier though.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a while to get back up.
You're gonna need to start on the floor.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how we gonna figure out something.
You gonna crowd surf?
Oh no.
They might clear the way.
You know what? I'm a girl. I'm a little nervous about about it. I don't want to get robbed. My sneaks and everything. Come back looking all crazy.
Yeah, well, you know, it's for the culture, so. Yeah. Though you could donate a kicker too.
Well, it'll be a good time. Festival Pier is going down the 26th.
Yeah.
So download your tickets right now, power99.com. It's free. Bri will hit the stage. And Bri, you want to shout out to anyone? I know you got a lot of family here.
I mean, mainly they give some shout outs to my team. I mean, they kind of low key. They don't really want me to give them a shout out.
These guys.
You know, shout out to my mom, of course. You know, my family's kind of small knit. Like, I mean, shout out to all my friends is my family.
Okay.
So just shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me. Shout out to everybody that's streaming the record and that has given it multiple plays. Like, I really appreciate all the support. And for the people that don't know me, if you want to find me or go dig through my stuff before you see me, you can follow me everywhere. It's Bri Steves. It's BRISTEVES on Instagram, Twitter, all that. So get to know me a little bit.
Bri, we appreciate your time. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.